Hey, you. What's going on? What's up, motherfuckers? It's either pass or fail on this one. Let's show you what's going on. So, the old dirty part hooker. I think with the last power steering pump we put on there, that's number 4. So the first one that was on the original engine in that car was bad. We took it off, put another one on. It was bad out of the box. These power steering pumps are just terrible. Ford's design of them is just not good. They could have done better than what they are. And you can buy like $400 aftermarkets and they'll probably work, you know. No, I'm not doing that. And so after that one, we got the replacement. It was good, and then it kind of just started to get louder. So then I got that 351 and I took the pump that I got off it and put it on there. Same thing. So what's the common denominator here? The rack. The rack is new. We put that in there. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna flush it. And after we flush it, we're gonna put the good stuff in it. 2 things could happen out of this. I've seen people put the good stuff in after they flushed it. The noise went away. I've seen people put it in there and gradually the noise went away. Or it just won't work. Here you go. This is the Mercron 5, you know, automatic transmission, power steering fluid for Ford. Nobody has it around here, just O'Reilly's, and they were out of it, but they conveniently had their brand. You see what's going on here? And yeah, so that's all I got. I'm not gonna go chase Ford anymore. I'm sure it's the same kind of crap. Of course, people are out there probably cringing right now for me saying that. I also got this, which is just regular power steering. This is just the flush. Okay, you wondered how are we gonna flush this? Well, you just take the return mind off and turn, you know, the rack back and forth and just pump it all out of there. And then there's this, the Royal Purple. This isn't stuff that clogs leaks. That's not what I was looking for. See, it says quiets noisy pumps. Okay. We'll see. Arrogance, anyway. But it's a conditioner, a fluid conditioner. We'll see what happens with that. And the funny thing is, guys, I put a filter on these things. Every one of them. And I learned from past mistakes. That's why I do that. And this one I just put on there, I believe is actually has a magnet in it. So yeah. Anyway, let me go jack the old front end of the whore up. So there you see the filter right there. I don't know what that's from. But I'm just gonna pull it off from here, dump it into the pan, and then go in there without turning anything on and just going back and forth with it. I wonder what that's from. Looks like it's coming out of my my oil pressure thing. Could that be the source of my oil leak? If you haven't noticed. Huh. That's interesting. I discovered something by getting underneath here. It's been a while. So what's interesting is I don't feel any oil underneath this. So this isn't leaking. I think it's that pressure sensor there. I'll have to tighten that up. You can see this just coming off here, but I just gotta pull this off. I wonder why all this stuff was smoking underneath here, and look at the back. It's all over the freaking H-pipe. The oil. Wherever it's coming from. Interesting. You don't gotta start it. So we got my dad's in there gonna turn this. Just don't want to stay. So this is my rigged up hillbilliness here. There we go. There we go. We'll get all this out of here. And then we'll put some new cheap stuff in there. And then run it out. You want to see something funny? Watch that sucker probably run right into that sway bar. Oh, he turned it far enough. Let's do this one. Boop. Yeah, that one don't go all the way over. That's funny. Well, it's all emptied, so I don't know if everything's out of it, but we're gonna put this stuff in there and just probably pump everything out of it. I don't know, man. Let's see what happens. I don't know what else to do. That rack is the only common denominator for all of these damn pumps. All right, I'm redoing this. I wasn't thinking. I need to block this off from draining out of there, so it can come and drain out of here. So we got a bunch in there. We're just gonna flush out of there. Some fresh stuff. All right, had to start it up. There it is. And we turned it back and forth, so it should be empty. That's probably not a good idea to do that. So we're gonna stick probably some of that Dacron or Marcron, whatever the hell it's called, and then I'll dump some of that Royal Purple in there, and then if we need to put any more in, we'll top it off with some more of that Marcron. So the good thing is, I'm thinking this is red, isn't it?
I don't think so. It might be.
It's red. Okay. We like red around here. So if it's red and it's going into this car, that means this is gonna work. Stick some of the good stuff in there. I don't know if this is good or not, but it says purple, Royal Purple, so it's supposed to be good. It's probably not red. No, it's purple. I'll probably not supposed to mix these things, so here I am doing it. Never know, man. It's like being a chemist. Alright. I got, what, 1/3 of a quart? That's the speakers. I gotta fix that. Alright folks, what are you hearing? Ticking, yeah, we know. You always hear the ticking. I don't hear the freaking power steering pump like we were hearing earlier. I mean, when you turn it, it's way, way quieter. I was worried there for a minute, but all of a sudden it just started to get really, really quiet.
Like I said, some of the stuff doesn't take a couple days to work in.
I don't know, maybe I should get some of that Royal Purple and throw it in the valve train. Let's see if we get those ticking to stop.
Might quiet it down, I don't know.
That's a lot way quieter than it ever has been, man. And it could even get even more quiet. And it's not as easy to turn as the other car over here. That thing's, you could use your pinky to drive that car.
You gotta put 2 on that before you got it down.
Well, this is working out pretty good so far. I suspect the rear main's leaking on this thing. Yeah, oil's getting everywhere. So that's fun. All right, gang, I got this thing on the ground. We're gonna take it for a ride, probably, I don't know, a couple miles, and see how it does with this in here on the ground with full weight on it and turning and whatnot. Pretty amazed. Honestly, I was not expecting much from doing all that. I don't know if it was a combination of both the Royal Purple and that Marcron 5 or one or the other, I don't know. But let me take this for a spin, and hopefully it stays quiet. It doesn't turn as easy, and I don't know, maybe it's the tires, or, I don't know. I don't know. But even when it was up in the air, it didn't seem to turn easy. That thing turns. She turns very easy. This girl's a whore and she should be easy. Now she's on the ground. I did hear her whine, and I'm turning it, and I thought maybe it would turn, you know, whine louder. It didn't. It's kind of staying the same. So, well, she's a whining. As soon as I took off, turned the corner here. Hear it? Hear it come up there? Yeah, buddy. She sounds mean though, right? Now I can hear it going back and forth. Some lean backfiring there. This car's got problems. Nothing a coyote can't cure, right? I'm in a church parking lot, just kind of doing a figure eight here. But I noticed if I turn really hard to the right, one of the fenders, I think the driver's side fender rubs in the back. The right's okay, or going left's okay, but it's making a minimal noise, but it's definitely not as easy to turn as my other car is. But at least the noise isn't as loud, I guess. Did it fix the problem? Did it put a band-aid on it? Probably. I mean, I don't know, that pump could be roached for all I know. It's a used one off that F-150 engine. But the stuff did help, I gotta be honest with you. But I mean, pulling out when the idle is low and you start to turn it, it makes a lot of noise. Not as much as it did, but still it does. But it is quieted down as you're driving, so that's noticeable. So that's what I used. I had to use the O'Reilly's because they didn't have the Motorcraft. I mean, whatever. Like I said, it's probably the same crap. And then the Royal Purple. This is like a conditioner. It's not. Don't get the stuff that stops leaks. That's not what I was looking for. I was looking for something that would help, you know, kind of like an additive or something, and that's what I got. So these are the two things that I got. It worked kind of as a band-aid, I think, but whatever. Anyway, if you want to try it, go for it. If you got one that's slightly noisy that annoys you, then maybe this is probably a good idea to do this. For something like that, it could have been the pump was bad. I don't know. Like I said, I took it off the F-150 engine. I should put the old one back on, wherever that is. I don't know what I did with it. Anywho, thanks for watching, y'all. Hope it helps. Later.